Hello, hi. Hi. I'm so fucking late. I'm so sorry. I've been so good about not being late to my own fucking streams. And then I completely forgot that I had this planned until, well, now, basically, because I looked at the calendar and I saw what was going on, and I'm like, oh shit, I completely forgot that I had planned this. So, yeah. Hi. Welcome to me being late as fuck. My name is Micah, your host, and I have Squirrel over here, down there. Oh, if I can get her in the shot. Yeah, there's Squirrel. And then Kipper is, like, up top on the desk right now. So we have both cats with us today, which is a monumental occasion. That, like, never happens. So yeah, welcome to the drinking stream, where I drink wine with my two cats, and we're gonna pretend that I wasn't super late to this whole thing. Yeah. Super swell, right? So I think this is the one I should be loading from, by the looks of it. Oh shit, right. The electricity bill on the 24th, which is literally tomorrow. So I needed $8,000. And Jill bought what she wanted, that's right, we left it off with that. I don't think I looked at, yeah, I didn't look at any of this shit yet. So I think I've read the Kira Miki blog stuff, so we don't have to worry about that. But the A&E stuff, I haven't read yet, so. Spooky, or a bluff. Lilim receiving mysterious messages. Halloween was back in October, but this terrifying tale didn't become popular until now. Reports say that Lilim across the city have been receiving strange transmissions with messages that are confusing at best and threatening at worst. I feel like I've read this before, but I can't actually remember, so we're just gonna go with it. The contents are not clear, as most of the Lilim can't remember exactly what they had heard, but the most mysterious thing of all is perhaps the fact that the Lilim could not record any of these messages while they were broadcasted. It was almost as if something had blocked the Lilim from doing so. While we have nothing but anecdotal proof, even among our own Lilim, the mystery behind these messages is one we should be paying attention to. Champagne? I do not have champagne. I have wine. And I also have both of the cats, which I'm cut off for being seen because I'm showing off Squirrel, because she's rarely in my streams to begin with. It's usually Kipper that ends up joining me, and he's just, like, chilling out on top of the desk, up there, where he likes to hang out, whereas Squirrel is here, and she was really upset about being locked out while both Kipper and I were in here, because besides us, no one else is home, and she is someone who has, like, really crazy separation anxiety, so we're just all hanging out together in this room, and we'll see how long it lasts, because I know one of them is going to start pissing me off eventually, because they like to be in my way. But yeah, how are you, Kingpin? Sorry I'm late. I fucked up. I totally forgot that I had planned to stream today, and I had it written on my calendar, and then I looked at the calendar, and I was like, what time is it? It's 4:30, and I'm like, fuck. So, yeah, sorry about that. Whoops. Is Kira Miki the biggest pop idol in history? Nacho, Doug, don't tell me. Uh-oh. The world at large is still coming to terms with the idea of the Lilim being so quickly integrated into our society. Some say they can't be treated as human because they're immoral or immortal, and as such cannot really understand what it's like to be alive, but most of the Kira Miki fandom would disagree. Anti-Lilim people are insane. To me, Miki knows more about life than I do, and I'm older than this damn city, Richard Show, 55, told the Augmented Eye during a fan gathering. So the city is not as old as a 55-year-old man, which really starts coming into question as to how old the city is and how long it's been the way that it has, you know? At least for, like, world lore. Yeah, don't go for my wine. It's mine. You can literally be over there, but don't touch my wine. Are you just gonna hang out on the floor? Or are you gonna want out? Do you want me to open the door? Because if I open that door, I'm gonna close it again. And then you're probably gonna be upset. Yeah, you're looking at me like you want me to open the door. Okay, fine. Fine. I'm opening the door. Go on. There's the open door. I guarantee you she's gonna claw at the door and be like, let me back in. I'm alone. I don't want to be alone. I can almost guarantee it. I'm with Richard, added Nacho, 6. I may be a dog, but I'm utterly fascinated with the way she writes about things in her blog. She's impressed by everything, and nobody really knows what life's about anyways. That's a fair point. So you decided to not steal all of the city's funds? Good. Quincy studies the possibility of allowing imports. Glitch City is one of the few places on Earth that's strictly self-sufficient with an import rate of only 0.8%. However, that might change due to the recent shortages across the city. Prime Minister Quincy revealed this morning that the government plans to have a more relaxed policy for importers. We won't lift the currency control, but we... Hey! If it's not squirrel, then it's you chewing things you're not supposed to chew. Really? Don't ever have a pet unless it's in a cage, okay? Like, just don't. Not worth. How many times have I had to, like, get on you about that? He literally chews paper, so if he has any access to paper that he can chew, he will chew it. It's actually ridiculous. Anyway, where was I? We won't lift the currency control, but we can provide them foreign currency at a low fixed rate. That way we can secure essential items at affordable prices, Quincy told AE. Some experts say that private companies are no longer working at full capacity, which is unsurprising news given that the Quincy government has seized most of them, resulting in the shortage crisis in the first place. Lovely. Sounds like he is a wonderful individual. We're just gonna go to work now. On Christmas Eve. Or actually, no, the day before Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is when they want $8,000 from me for my utilities, which is fucking stupid. I'd buy that for $1. Okay, sir. Good evening. Ah, hey. How are you feeling? Lilum are soft and warm. Right, she cuddled with a Lilum. Come again? You heard me. So on a scale from steaming pile of shit to just sad, where are you? A sad pile of shit. I still hate myself. I'm still sad as hell, but how to put it? The noise stopped. I don't know if I explained myself. Sorta, kinda. So, how were things last night? Now, is my cat... No, he's just scratching at a scratching post. Never mind. Cozy, I must admit. I can't believe you paid Dorothy for that. Well, if you want to call that payment, I guess. I called Dorothy to tell her what happened to you, and she was really concerned. She stuttered for a second, saying that she had the whole night to go and she couldn't just leave for free. Okay. I asked her how much, and she said, enough to pay for this soda I'm having is fine. How did you get her number? I have contacts. Right. Anyway, Jill, if you need a second break, a drink or a hug, just let me know, you hear? Thanks. I'd make you the same offer, but I'm guessing hugs from me are the last thing you want. If you need a bartender, let me know, though. Nice to know. Anyways, we have work to do. I'm just gonna keep the music the same. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Heh, it's nice to hear that again. Did you say something? Did I? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, it's you guys. Hey, be more respectful. I brought my boss here. Aren't you a part-timer here or something? My other boss. You're talking to the great Nacho Tumbleweed Jr. Boss, I'm taking my break. I know what I said earlier, but you haven't even started yet. Shit. So what brings you here today? I wanted to see the place my best soldier is working at. Soldier? Wait, aren't you the dog I served last Monday? Oh, it's you, Donna. Soldier, why didn't you tell me you were working for Donna? No, that's not Donna, that's just Jay. So I'm guessing you're part of this whole CIRA thing? Part of it? I founded it. Humans have the best intentions, but they just don't get us. So I decided to create a place where dogs can be dogs. Here, we can take in any dog without a place in this world. We created our own heaven on Earth. And do you take corgis only? Do I look like one of those Safar bitches? Of course not. I'd include other animals, but sadly I can only take care of those who are of the same species as I. Sad thing is, I take him more seriously, but it's a talking corgi with an eye patch. Yeah, and then you have a corgi with a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses on, so like... Will you get anything? I'm fine. What about you, boss? Manly stuff. You sure? Did I stutter? Okay. By type. Manly drinks. The suplex would be interesting. It's bitter, manly, and burning, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All on the rocks, and next. Here. Yes, this is just what I wanted. Blah, this tastes worse than my own butt. Hey, you asked for it. This is a really nice place, you know? You picked a good place to work at, soldier. Thanks. Does he really get paid? Your efforts to keep CIRA afloat will not go to waste. We'll make her better and better. I mean, we're pretty much on the verge of closing. Can boss really afford that? We have more urgent matters at hand, though, like the fact we don't have enough balls for everyone. Can't they just share the ones we have? You fool! Every dog has a right to have his own ball. If we can't provide even that, then what's the point of even trying? Wait, don't tell me she just doesn't give a fuck and is spending all of her money like water. I mean, what with the bar closing and all that. But many have enjoyed the boxes more than they do balls. I like how she's not even, like, paying attention to the conversation that the corgis are having. Like, that's how much of a fuck she does not give when it comes to the dog clientele. Okay, are you going in the window? Because if you're going in the window, just go in the window. Make my life easy, will you? That's a good point. What do you think is cheaper? A box or what? What do you think is cheaper? A box of balls or a box of boxes? Are there boxes of boxes? Of course there are. How do you think they ship boxes? Tied together? Tied together? Don't be silly. Unless she's paying him straight from her pocket. Boss is that kind of woman. This world is filled with all sort of This world is filled with all sort of recursive? Yeah. Recursive madness, you know? Doctors consult doctors, boxes come in boxes, bottles come in bottles. Oh, as expected from you, boss. Wait, that theory only works assuming she's actually paying him with money. For all I know, she might be paying him with steaks. So tomorrow you're gonna check for people selling boxes, you hear? Sir, yes, sir. Except that to boss, a good steak is more valuable than money. Wait, what if they come with foil? Rustin Tross had to be taken to the vet because he ate the foil a piece of cheese came in. Curses, you're right. We need a contingency plan. Besides, boss is not one to scam people, let alone a dog. I wonder if we can strike a deal with the vet those Safar bastards have. She's always so nice with us. I know, her smile is so cute too. So it's better that we vet for a vet? Yes, put that on the list. Ah, Nacho. Oh yeah, forgot she knew the dog. Are you staying for a while? I was just passing by. I've got some errands to run. Great, Gil can go with you. I can? You will. I'll still get paid for today, right? That depends on Nacho's evaluation. Alright, Greenhorn, let's get going. Oh, I'm paying him anyways, by the way. Just wanted to mess around with him. No, that's not the problem here. Why make him do that? Gil looked like he needed to take a good break, and he's the kind to just not accept such a thing. But with Nacho, he'd have something to do, and he'd be away from the bar for a bit. When you put it that way. Anyway, I'm going back to my office. Your boss sure is nice. Glad I'm working with her, too. Yeah. So you have anything? Or, so you having anything? Actually, I'm just gonna go sit over there and be on standby. Await orders. Okay. Shit, I missed the chance to ask how or if he gets paid with money. Man, I sure need to get wasted. I fail to see how getting wasted will make you feel Shiba! For fuck's sake, you piece of scrap. We just got out of a building full of dogs. But this one has a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. Hey there, robot. And he talks. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey, Jill. Get me a beer, will you? Gotcha. Does Deal want anything? Okay, roll. Sir, yes, sir. So cute. He's fine. Just a beer, then. Friday after work isn't just a beer, though. It's the beer. Can't argue with that. I could make it big for the heck of it. Yeah, let's make it a big beer. Why not? That sounds like a wonderful idea, especially since it'll be the first beer of the night after work, and you're gonna make it a double because you're nice. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like a wonderful plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all mixed. Okay. Here, let's make it special. Yeah! Cheers! Oh, speaking of cheers, if you have a drink or a non-alcoholic drink, cheers to you too. It might be better if I do, that way he hangs out and Squirrel is not like freaking out because she's by herself. There we go. And then sometimes I tell myself I want a third cat and it's like, no, actually I don't, because my 2 cats are destructive enough as it is for my belongings. Thank you ever so much. Hey Jill, do you like beer? The amount of beer cans in my apartment is becoming a problem, actually. I had this friend back in high school who made some pretty nice crafts with them. I'm still in contact with him if you're interested. No thanks, the last thing I need right now is more crap taking space. So how are things up at Dogtown? Well, that Laura girl is stirring things up, for better or for worse. For worse? She's, like a rabbit. An overtly politically correct rabbit. Rabbit. Never had a pet rabbit? They're a nervous mess that gets startled over the littlest of things. And this girl is on the constant lookout, scared of saying something that might irk someone. It doesn't have to be the person she's speaking with, even. It's no problem in the company, but the other day we went out together and holy shit. Poor girl can't speak properly. She pauses every sentence to make sure she doesn't say something offensive. She's a nice girl, and it's sweet that she tries so hard to not offend anyone. But seriously, she tries too hard. You don't help either. You randomly yell, "What did you say?" whenever she's within earshot distance. Yeah, well, it's just that she looks so cute when she's startled. Like a rabbit. It raises up the question of whether she's really like that, or if you're the one making her wary of anything she says. Well, why don't we test that? How? You go out with her. Why? To test if it's really me who makes her like that. It's not like you can say no, you know. I mean, it's my honor that's on the line here. I want to prove you're only talking shit about me. Even if you were right, you have quite the fixation on that girl. She's fun. Fun how? She actually reacts when I tease her. You take it in your stride, but she actually gets startled, squirms, and then gets uncomfortable. How is that any good? She's cute and her reactions are cute. But if you keep it up, she'll either leave or get used to you. You know, like me. Shit, you're right. I must save my teasing for when the moment is just right then. No, that's not the problem. It is for me. And what are you doing here? What about the dog? He said he had to go out. By the way, he said his name was, say this, Laura girl. Did you guys get along? I wouldn't know. We get along as co-workers at the very least. What kind of girl is she, aside from the whole politically correct rabbit thing? Slow. She's the kind that does things so carefully that she does them really, really slowly. Really, really slowly. I can't deny that when she actually finishes stuff, she does a great job, but it's unnerving. She doesn't actually have to be with us in the building, though. She's more like a freelancer. Why is she there, then? Because she likes dogs. And that's why I insist that you two would make a fine couple. That's a really superficial statement. It's like saying you'd be fine with someone because you're both women. Okay, bad example. May I say something? By all means. If that Laura girl is really as bland as you claim her to be, wouldn't she be better off with a more assertive person? Lilum. A more assertive partner? Yo, piece of scrap, she's totally calling you a pussy. She's right, though. Sharing interests and being compatible are totally different things. But then you'd be underestimating the power of love! Whether you want to admit it or not, love changes people for better or for worse. Who knows? Maybe you'll become more assertive after spending time with her. Or she'll drive me nuts. I guess that's a possibility, too. Still, why are you so insistent on me and her getting together? Because she's like a cute rabbit, so someone might try to eat her out there. What? Someone who would try to eat her out there? That's either a good or bad thing, depending on the perspective here. It'd be a lot easier to keep her in my sight. So in short, your motherly instincts arose because of Laura. Why not see if she likes you, and... You already tried to hit on her, didn't you? You make me sound like some skirt chaser. She's not into girls. How did you find out? I asked her directly. Of course you did. She seemed, giddy afterwards, though. I heard her muttering something about meeting her first lesbian. It was weird. Okay, enough Laura for a night. Refrain from using any "that's what you said last night" jokes or variations thereof. Please. Party pooper. Let's get a drink then. Sounds good. I'll have a Bloom Light, please. Get me a fringe weaver. Alright. What in the world is a Bloom Light? Have I ever noticed this? Wait, how can something be spicy and bland at the same time? Like, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Aged on the rocks, mix. And now we need a fringe weaver. Which is very fucking alcoholic, Jesus Christ! An alcohol that's both spicy and bland. Yeah, that is what the Bloom Light was. Spicy and bland. Tell me how that makes sense. Because to me, it fucking doesn't make any sense at all, okay? Like, that doesn't compute, okay? It does not compute. Here you go. I wonder why it's called a Bloom Light. Seems it was first developed at some video games event. The creator said something about making the attendees feel like their customers do. Said attendees were, of course, part of some big games company. Okay, side note. My fingernails are, like, dyed black because of these specific leggings that I'm wearing. I don't know what it is, but the dye that's on these leggings just... It gets on fucking everything. And it's especially prevalent on my fingernails because I'll scratch my legs or with something, and then my fingernails will be just dyed black. And it looks like I've got dirt under my nails when really it's just black dye. I absolutely hate it. It's so awful. Seems that company always used too much bloom lighting, so the bartender there literally made them drink all the bloom. So it's not called that because it glows in the dark. Not this one, no. Come to think of it, did you ever change because of a relationship, Jill? That literally came out of fucking nowhere. In more ways than one, I guess. Would you say for better or for worse? I guess for the better. I'm too thick-headed to develop any new bad habits. That sounds like me. Although thanks to my first boyfriend, I did pick up a very annoying habit of correcting people's grammar on the fly. Oh, see, I do that, but it's because I am literally an English snob. Like, I love the English language. I love literature. And if something isn't grammatically correct, or if something isn't properly formatted, or whatever, like, I can be such a fucking shithead about it because I think you're stupid if you don't know how to do something a certain way when it comes to the English language. Because, I mean, that's how we communicate, right? That's how you communicate with other people who are English speakers or people who can read English. So if you're not able to properly communicate in a written format or be able to properly comprehend something through reading, then I don't understand you as a person very much, because that's like my whole thing, okay? Like, I don't understand science a whole lot, I don't understand math a whole lot, but English and communication in that way, I understand really well, at least from like a written perspective. I can't talk to save my fucking life. Like, I can't use English orally very well, I find I sound so stupid all the time. But if I write something, I sound like the smartest person in the entire world. Or at least that's how it comes across to me. So, I don't know. Like, I just value that aspect of communication a lot, because I feel like without that, there's not really a whole lot there. Because when someone talks, like, you can understand them to a certain degree, but it's not going to be the same type of degree as if someone was to write something, I guess. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's more to understand from people if you give them the chance to write and learn how to write and learn how to do it properly, versus not. I don't know. Maybe that just makes me sound like an academic snob or something. It probably does. But still, like, it's such an important aspect that it doesn't make sense to me if you don't take the time to learn it or take the time to understand it, because how else are you supposed to properly explain something to somebody if you don't have the language to do so? Like, for example, let's say someone is very math and science brained when it comes to being smart. Like, let's say someone is the complete opposite of me. They know how math works, they know how science works. But if you don't understand the English language enough to be able to communicate your understanding of math and science, how are you supposed to tell someone like me how that works in a way that I will understand? Right? Like, you can't. There's no way to do that if you don't hone your writing and your English skills, right? Like, there's no way to do that. There's no way to dumb it down for someone like me, where certain things about math and science are just way over my head. Like, anything to do with space, it's so over my head. Like, I can't, man. Like, I just don't get it. I can try, and I have tried, but ultimately the numbers are so big, and the visuals are so, like, I can't visualize it. It's too big, it's too massive, it's too out there that there's nothing that I can use as a visual to be able to properly see it and understand it, because I can be quite a visual learner sometimes, depending on what it is. Like, the only way that I personally understood chemistry at all was if I had one of those 3D model things that could help me build it. That was the only way I had any understanding of chemistry. Anyway, that's my little stupid tangent about how people need to learn how to properly do English stuff. Pretty annoying when I think back to it. Yeah, it can be very annoying to be like me and be a grammar Nazi, because, yeah, I think I just make people feel stupid, or I make them feel like I'm smarter than them or something. And it's not that I'm trying to necessarily do that. It's more like, you need to be corrected because what you're doing or what you're writing or whatever it is, it's not coming across in the way that you're probably intending it to. So I'm correcting it because I want you to come across the way that you want to come across as, and not come across in a way that you didn't mean to. Because that's like a big thing for me, probably because of my ADHD. I always feel misunderstood. I never feel like I'm understood enough. So you are one of those kinds of people. As for me, sometimes I think I became more, what's the word? Cynical, jaded, bitter, tired of the crap this world and everyone in it throws on a daily basis. Deal, why did you have to describe me? Because that is fucking me. Hey, I'm just quoting you. But yeah, I think I became all that because of this one girlfriend I had in college. She got me into the whole activism thing in the first place. How is that bad? We'd all go and protest. We'd start all kinds of movements to see things changed. I really got into the whole thing. But whenever I wanted to get more serious, I find myself coming up against a wall. That wall is an analogy for the fact that not everyone was willing to go that far. I found out pretty fast that most of them were in the whole thing because of some shitty fad, and not because they actually believed in whatever movement they were championing. Holy shit, does that not sound like today's world and social media? Because I feel like that's totally like today's world and social media. The only reason people care is because it's cool to care, and because it'll get you clout, not because they actually fucking care. Like, I know at least on Twitter, I don't know, I can't even tell how many people actually care versus people who are just jumping on it because that's the thing to care about in today's society or whatever, culturally. But like, I sometimes can't even go on Twitter because all I'll see is everything in regards to like the Israel and Palestine conflict or genocide that's happening. And like, sure, don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone should have a genocide against them because that's just like fucking awful, and I don't think that's good by any means. At the same time though, I don't have the time and the resources combined to be able to actually research everything, understand it, and have a say on it, other than genocide is bad, because obviously, but like, I just don't have the time, I don't have the resources, and like, again, like, I can't tell who's actually spreading misinformation versus and propaganda versus someone who isn't. Like, I literally can't tell. I share what I think is right, but ultimately, I could just be spreading misinformation just as much as anybody else. And do I think that's a good thing? No, of course not. But at the same time, like, there's so many people and so many things that are going on and what they want to say, and it's like, cool, I'm glad you care. If you actually do care, because I can't tell. It just seems like some people do care, some people really don't care, and some people are pretending to care because it's popular to care. Because, like, that happened with Ukraine, too. So, like, I just don't know what to think. Social media has just made me, like, hands up in the air, like, I'm not here to make anyone mad at me. I'm living my own life. Sure, I care about certain things, but do I know what to do about it? Hell no. I'm just a person who exists and is just trying to navigate my own life, let alone all this other shit that we have access to now because of technology. I don't know about anybody else, but like, I'm just so much like, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I'm gonna stay in my little corner, and that's about where I am gonna be, because that seems safe, that is comfortable, and it's probably not gonna cause any issues with anybody. At least I hope not. So I moved from group to group only to find people who were in it because of a fad. And when they were not in it because of a passing fad, they were of the dangerous extremist kind. That is so not surprising. That makes so much sense. My tolerance for people's shit was greatly diminished after all that. So it wasn't so much the person you had a relationship with, but rather other people. You seriously never thought about it that way? You need to stop putting the blame for what you do on past relationships. Whatever. Where's the other guy, by the way? He had to escort one of the dogs outside. Figures. Oh yeah, the one that was here asked if you were the nice vet lady that works at the Safar toy company. I suppose he's interested in talking to you or something. Why didn't he do it then? I don't know. You've been doing a few jobs on the side, haven't you? The pay from the dogs isn't enough to keep up with the mounting debts. I don't know how you do it. It's hard to believe dogs pay you at all. But this is coming from someone working at a place that pays a dog for doing fuck all. Or at least I think we're paying him. I'm not completely certain we do. Will you get anything else? Well, we're fine, but we have to get up early tomorrow, and by we, I mean her. She got invited to a picnic, and I won't stand to hear another had to go to a picnic with a hangover story. Fine. Let's go then. See ya, Jill. Bye. Please come again. Man, you're such a party pooper. You'll be the party pooper tomorrow if you keep drinking. Boss, I'll take me break. Call me if someone comes. Alright. It is now safe to keep playing. No dogs in sight. And I can fix the jukes box if I want to, but I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna. Okay then, back to work. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey there, Alma. What the fuck is on with you? Because you're usually really perky, and right now you're not. She seems down. Maybe there's something I can give her to cheer her up. She likes classy Jinx, but... classy Jinx? Did I just say Jinx? I meant drinks. Sorry. I think she likes brantinis, specifically. Right? Yeah. So we'll try that. Aged, mixed. Hey! And this? It's on me. Drink so you can at least change your expression. Why not just say you're worried about me? You got the message anyway, didn't you? So how is it? A brantini, so you do pay attention to what I ask for. You have quite the fixation with brantinis. To be honest, they suit you. Hey, want to hear a silly story? Always. When I turned 21, my dad and I went to a bar to celebrate, just him and I. He told me to dress well enough that he looked like my sugar daddy. It was a fun night. We pretended at times we were dating. I managed to blow off some steam about my mom. But the highlight was him ordering a brantini for me. I've had plenty of drinks and gotten wasted many times since I was 15, but that drink was different. It wasn't about getting drunk. The drink itself was the pleasure. He too said they suited me somehow. Oh? Ever since that date, he's called me Brantini Girl from time to time. Your dad sounds like a cool guy. You should meet him sometime. So why are you deflating? Deflating? When I got sad and started sighing repeatedly. My grandpa would warn me that I would start deflating like an old tire if it kept up. So what is it? Was it the news about people dressing in bunny suits after the whole Alice Rabbit boom? Nah, that's old news. I mean, it is a problem, but such a thing would only annoy me. Say, Jill, how's your mood right now? I want to ruin it by blowing off all my stored steam. Silly Alma, I've been feeling like utter shit the last couple of days. You can't make me feel worse. So go ahead, unwind all your worries on me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so remember my sister Diana? The one that separated from her husband and forgot her kids while fucking her way around or something? Perfect summary! I'll use it next time. I didn't tell you the whole story then. More specifically, that she threw her husband out after months of abuse. Oh. However, that woman is incapable of getting a job and maintaining herself. And I mean that. She never even thinks about selling some stuff or trying to earn her bread. She just expects a guy to do all that for her. I have no idea why she turned out like that. Both my mom and dad were hard workers. They even started a small shop to have something to do after retirement. Huh. So what does this fully capable woman do a couple of weeks later? Why, bring her abusive husband back, of course. What? Yeah, and the guy spent a couple of days with her before leaving her again. He had a nice couple of hot, steamy nights and then left? Well... Huh, you reacted like my little brother and sister after hearing that. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no! So she's broke and can't even get enough for a bus, even though she'd probably be glad to sell her ass just to get money. And it was up to me to pick her up. For the last couple of days, she left her kids with my parents. And being such sweet angels, they've made a mess out of the whole place. Bernardo and Ava are actually staying with me a couple days to give them some peace. It doesn't help that I never got along with Diana. So we're in the car and she asks how her kids are. And of course, after all the built-up tension, I just exploded. First, I started ranting about how her kids are growing up seeing some messed up stuff. I start scolding her about not taking responsibility and about not taking proper care of her children. I tell her that she's in no place to have all those escapades, and after all that, she just says, "What the hell do you know? You don't have any kids." Yeah, you slutty skank. I don't have kids, but I'm not broke just because I refuse to take a job. I don't even have kids, but I'm not leaving them in the first barely familiar house I find. I don't have kids, but I'm not letting the guy that hit me on a regular basis back into my bed. I don't have kids, but I pretty much raised Ava and Bernardo, and they've turned out pretty damn well. I don't have any kids, but I'm not a cheap whore! Ah! Damn. I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. I love my family and I put them above all else. But Diana is seriously pushing the boundaries of what I can allow. Any way I could help? You just did. Eh? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not one to let stuff like that get to me. I'm still angry as hell though, and I couldn't just discuss this with any of my family members. I can't tell my mom your daughter is a slut. I just needed to get all of this off my chest, you know? Well, from what I see, there's still a lot more to get off your chest. It's swollen as fuck. Now, all you see here is filled with love and dreams. Is everyone in your family as busty as you? The worst offender is my dad, actually. Kidding, kidding. I guess the only one that didn't get the big boobs gene was Ava. She insists on getting surgery or genetic treatment, but I tell her she's fine the way she is. These can actually be more of a hassle than a blessing. And poor Bernardo, his breasts actually started growing when he was 8. I just hope I don't take too much from my mother's side of the family. My father's sisters still look quite young, but when menopause hits, my mom lost her looks rather quickly. Any good genes you got from your family, Jill? Good enough skin and hair, I guess. There's a thing about a shrimp allergy, but so far I haven't had problems with that. Oh, I see. Hey, you know what worries me the most about the whole Diana situation? How your nephews are turning out? If she leaves them with my mom, they'll turn out better than her, somehow. Actually, what worries me is, what if I end up like that too? How so? If I find a good man and I settle down, what if he turns out shitty? What if I have a sudden burst where I want to live my life and end up like that? What if I have kids and I end up neglecting them because of all that? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is indicative... Wait, what? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is indication enough that you'll be fine. You think? I'm pretty sure. You said before that she pretty much married the guy after a couple of months, right? Yeah. No offense, but those are the kind of people who wouldn't even think about all that. Besides, if any guy ends up marrying you, it's because he passed your irrational standards. Hey! Am I lying? No, but there are things best kept unspoken as truths. Wait, what? No, but there are things best kept as unspoken truths. That's what she said. I wonder if I'll ever find a good guy. You will. You know when the time comes. I sure hope so. For now, the time has come to get another drink. What can I get you? Give me something with ice, but alcoholic, please. Okay. She does like classy drinks. Does a Mercury Blast have ice? But not a lot of alcohol. It does have alcohol, just not a lot. We can try it. We can see how she likes it, you know? It's technically what she asked for, so... Oh, it's blended. Okay. Here you go. Thanks. I needed to cool down a bit. That's why I'm here. So you said you felt shitty the last couple of days. Why? Don't think too much about it. Oh, come on. You heard my problems. I want to help you too. Don't worry too much. Right, I almost forgot to tell you something. What is it? My boss is throwing a mega Christmas party this Sunday. You want to come? Sure. Something tells me this mega Christmas is going to be a mess at my parents' home, so I'd rather avoid it. Are you guys getting chicken? I can get one. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You can bring it if you want. It won't go to waste. Gotcha. Say, Jill, what's your favorite part of the chicken? Favorite part? I guess I like legs the most. Really? I like breast better. Breast is a bit too simple, don't you think? Legs have a better texture. Maybe, but simple is usually better. Breast is easier to enjoy than legs, and a lot less messy. You silly girls. Boss? You're there talking about breasts and legs when everyone knows the best parts are the wings. Boss, what's that? Spicy chicken wings. Where did you get spicy chicken wings? From a spicy chicken. You know, spicy chicken, the shop 2 blocks from here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Why are you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Why aren't you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Well, because... Thought as much. Yo, Armitage. Elma. I know what I said. Will the chicken you're talking about be cooked already? You might need to heat it up, but it'd be cooked otherwise. Great, I expect you here Sunday at 8 p.m. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be back to my office. She left the bucket. Want some? Don't mind if I do. Oh, mild spice. Nice. Weird. Maybe she got a mixed up order and that's why she left them here. She usually orders stronger stuff. I found buckets that make my throat itch just from being near them. Oh. Say, Jill, what kind of guys do you like? That's a sudden question. I'm not too picky with guys, to be honest. I want them to be decent enough. Not jealous, not aggressive, responsible enough to keep a job. That's no good. Do you like them buff? What about tall? No tattoos or piercings, I guess. Never liked either. Jill? Jill. Your taste is so far from mine. If they have tattoos and piercings, or one or the other, yes. Yes. Preferably tattoos, I guess, because I like ink more than I do piercings, even on myself. But still. Excuse me. What about you? I like the well-dressed. Excuse me. If they go in iron shirts and well-coordinated clothes, they're sure to catch my eye. That's a fair point. A well-dressed man who knows what fits him properly and looks good on him. It's hard to look away. Also, if they smell good on top of that, holy shit. I swear, anyone who smells good is like 10 times more attractive regardless of what you're wearing or what you look like. Just saying. Some muscle is always fine too, but sharply dressed males catch my attention faster. And yet you're still single. That's how I like my men. My potential husband, on the other hand, is another matter completely. I see. So can you get me a drink here? The spicy wings turned out to be spicy. What do I get you? Anything, as long as it helps me with the spiciness in my mouth. Maybe sweet? Sparkle Star. That sounds like a good option. It needs to be aged, and we can make it so that it has optional karmatrine, so I'm going to make it very alcoholic, because I think it would be funny. Here. It helps. Thanks. Alright, so next question. What kind of girl do you like? You first. Sorry, I don't swing that way. Sure, I have no qualms about saying a girl is cute or cool, but... Nope, I prefer men in my bed. Now you. Shit, just calm down. I guess I like girls with light-colored hair. Light-colored hair? Yeah, you know, like redheads and such. What about white, like your boss? You were just setting me up for that comment, weren't you? Sorry, it's just that when she got here with the bucket of wings, your eyes pretty much started sparkling. Your whole behavior transformed. You became giddy and cheerful all of a sudden. Hey, I can't blame you. She's pretty nice. I just felt like teasing you. So, light-colored hair. What about blondes? Do you like me? Yeah, I guess. Let's say I'm into girls too and I start hitting on you. Would you go along with it? Nice body, pretty face, and a good apartment? I wouldn't ever let you go. Okay then, enough tangents. Why don't you tell me why you were feeling shitty these last days? What? Oh, that. I told you not to think too much about it. And I told you I want to know. Come on, Jill, you've heard my problems so many times. Now I want to help you. Come on, come here. I told you to sit here. Come on. What? What are you... Alright then, now I'm the bartender and you're the client. Hardly, the bartending station only works with me. I see. Okay then, I move this here, click, oh dear god. And now it works for you, for me, and that dog in a Hawaiian shirt. Why with him too? He's a dog in a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Right, and how did you even manage to... Oh yeah, hacker, right. Now we've changed rules. You've been feeling shitty, mind telling me why? It's a long story. I don't even know where to start. Start from the beginning. Okay then, it's something that goes back to my college years. Whoa, that's taking it way back. Back in compulsory education, I never made too much of an effort, but I managed to get high grades. Even in PE, I managed to do well enough to always get perfect grades. And then, of course, when I got to college, shit started getting hard. I had this perfectionist streak that wouldn't let me fail anything. Burning my eyelashes, studying, I eventually managed to keep up good grades. After about half of the career, I met a student teacher. Her name was Lenore. She helped me a lot with my studies. She even got me into stuff that gave more credits. I really liked her, and after some time I found out she liked me too. Oh ho ho! We started going out. I met all of her family even, and... You want a drink? What? A drink. Around this time, there's usually a pause that makes you offer a drink to the client. There was no such pause. Please, I want to test this whole bartending interface. Sugar rush then. You can't mess that up. Right. This is so interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Optional karma train? I wonder if we can get Jill drunk on the job. That would be so fucking hilarious. And mix. Here. Thanks. How is it? Like I said, you can't mess up a sugar rush. Huh. I have this gut feeling that with your body, you'd make a better bartender than me. You're selling yourself too short. You're cute, you know. People don't go to bars for cuteness, though. You've obviously never been to a cat bar, then. Besides, my boobs can be a hassle when trying to move around this kind of stuff. So keep telling the story. Well, as the career went on, it got harder and harder. The last year and a half of it became nothing but study session after study session, investigations, my thesis. When the graduation ceremony came, I had to make a speech, and suddenly, while reading said speech, I almost had a panic attack. Fear of public speaking? I realized I lost about a year and a half of my life. I tried to remember if I did anything fun at all, but all I could remember was studying and investigating new topics. I didn't even enjoy doing all of that, so I was just standing there, and the satisfaction of graduating was minimal. I realized I had only gone through the motions day after day, from high school to graduating. I felt like whole years of my life had slipped through my fingers. I never stopped to think if I enjoyed what I was doing. In fact, I never stopped. But at that point I stopped, and realized I needed a breather or something. Did I even like that career? It was all terrifying as hell. I needed all of my strength to not start running like a panicked mess. So a couple of months later, I get an offer to start working at this big research facility. Lenore was ecstatic. She was so proud of me back then. But I was just scared. That would be my job. I'd spend my life expanding on what I did during that year and a half. What if I had a sudden realization like the one I had at graduation, but when I turned 40? I didn't know what to do, but I sure as hell wasn't taking that offer. I told Lenore and she freaked out. She confessed that she was jealous because she never got such a chance. Things devolved pretty quickly. She said one too many things, I said one too many things. In the end, I just stormed out of her house and I broke a vase in the process. After that, I never spoke to her again. Damn. I'm sorry, I suddenly feel bad for pushing you to tell me all that. Why aren't you feeling shitty about that after all this time, though? Unless you've been feeling shitty for years. I have, but it's not just because of that. The other day, Lenore's sister, Gabrielle, came to this bar. Apparently, Lenore died last week. Localized nanomachine rejection. A heart attack. Apparently, she had it for a long time, but never told anyone. And coincidentally, it got worse after I left. And I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if me being there would have made a difference. And if it's true she had that for a long time, why didn't she tell me she was sick when we were together? I don't know, I just feel like all kinds of failure. Jill. And to make it worse, I also lashed out at Gabby. Yes, she was blaming me for her sister's death and all, but she's just a kid for fuck's sake. She lost the sister who pretty much raised her on her own. And to top it all off, I suddenly can't remember what stopped me from apologizing. Pride? Fear? A stupid effort to leave the most awesome person I loved as a thing of the past? Who cares? I lost my chance to apologize to her forever. Truly forever. I'm such a piece of shit. A selfish piece of shit. I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't expect the story to be this. Yo, boob tender. Yes? Can you get me a big beer there? Coming right up. What makes a beer big in this thing? That's funny. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big beer for Jill. Thanks. I need to remember to take care of the cans in my apartment. Do you drink lots of beer? One of the perks of the BTC-issued liver implant is that I can drink lots of beer without getting too wasted. Oh. Hey Jill, what kind of girl was Lenore? Well, she was calm and smart. Back in college I was too thick-headed and got riled up easily. Stressed was my default state. So just like you're behaving right now. Shut up, I was worse. Can't picture that. Don't, it's embarrassing. Anyway, she was always there, finding a way to cool me down. She was also able to hold conversations about pretty much any topic. One time I saw her go from talking about video games to talking about sports. All of that variety while still being a hardcore scientist. She would always push me into social interactions. If she saw me by myself, she would drag me with her. Watching people is fine, but talking to them is better, she would say. Lenore would always present me to her many acquaintances as the girl I don't mind cuddling with for hours. Man, I'm gonna miss her. After a point, I didn't even think about getting back into a relationship with her, but she was such an awesome person, I just wanted to apologize. And now... You know, in a cruel twist of irony, she's the one that made me pick up bartending. Oh? Back when I was thinking what the hell to do with my life, I remembered a night we spent in a club. She started talking about how the drinks were synthesized, the chemistry involved, the reactions, and all that. Everything sounded so fascinating. I remember saying that her talk made me want to start mixing drinks. She said if everything else fails, why not take up bartending? Huh, interesting. Are you okay? For some value of okay, yeah. It's just, I wanted to thank you, Elma. Thank me? I guess I just needed someone to tell all of this to, and you were the one. You volunteered yourself. You insisted on listening to me. You stood there listening to the whole thing from beginning to end. I know I might not be the most expressive person, that I'm not one to spout love and fluffiness, but I really like you. Maybe I'm just a bartender and you're just a client, but I really appreciate your friendship, or at the very least your patronage. I really enjoy working for you. Jill, are you dying? Shut up, I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart here. Sorry, it's weird for you to get so sappy. Well, I just realized that the saddest thing is how I'll never be able to make amends. And it hurts like fucking hell, you know. I never, and I mean never, want to feel that way ever again. I don't want someone to suddenly exit my life and have my last memory of them involve something nasty. I don't want the lingering grief of having burned a bridge on a whim. I want to avoid that at any cost, and if it means breaking character every once in a while, so be it. I'll let everyone know how I really feel about them. And if I ever fight with them, I'll swallow my pride, muster all the courage I can, and be the one to apologize. I hate feeling like this. Hate it. Hate it. That's a nice resolution. Maybe I'll be a copycat and do the same. Alright, enough sappiness. Get back here. I'm on duty, you know. Fine. It's almost closing time anyways. It was fun while it lasted, though. Hey. Yeah? I mean it, you know. Thanks for everything today. Silly Jill, you listen to my problems and I listen to yours. That's what friends are for, right? Right. I'll be leaving now. Oh, before I forget, did you ever talk about all this with your parents? They know the basics, but I haven't told them about Lenore's death yet. Why don't you do that sometime? I don't know. I don't want to bother them with my problems. Don't be silly. They're your parents. They live to share your problems. should try having a talk like this with them sometime. They'll appreciate it. Anyway, I'm out. See you on Sunday. Take care. That Alma girl sure is nice. Ah, boss, did you hear all that? Not all of it, but a good chunk at the very least. Your expression changed a lot already. It did? You look happier. That's always good. Anyway, let's call it a day. I expect an even brighter Jill tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, boss, about those chicken wings. Fucking idiots at the spicy chicken. Sorry, Dana, we won't have enough spices for your order until tomorrow, they said. Is that how they treat their regulars? Ugh, call the manager. Boss? Cherished titty hacker. She's a good friend. That's hilarious. Yay, my power didn't get cut. I made enough money to live. Didn't you have a boyfriend named Bill? Oh, what's this? Oh, I haven't even looked at any of this in a while. Grand Slam Fighters. Amazing how I know all the words and yet I understand nothing. Is anyone into wrestling here? I became a huge fan of GSF very recently. It's a really solid project in my opinion. Much better than the E. I like the match quality, but I wish they gave importance to the mid-card. Are they still forcing 6'6" American Kid into the main event? Yep, it's going to face Yusuke at... Yep, he's going to face Yusuke at the Dome show. Ugh, why don't they just push the Great DK instead? He's much more talented than 66. Because American Kid actually moves merch unlike your indie darling. I want to marry Yusuke, who's hyped for the Women's Championship. That one should be the main event, not the turd we're getting instead. 66 is pretty good, just watch some of his work in Japan. Everyone tells me 66 was better in Japan, but all I see is locks and arm bars, nothing that impressive. Wrestling is fake. Monster Girlfriend Chirari. Can't stop playing this game. Gorgeous graphics, innovative and addictive battle system, fun dating minigames, cute girls, dat fucking music. Is this the goat? Dunno, do you like the goat girl? Heh, I'm gonna marry a goat. It's an alright game, 8 out of 10 at most. Shit game. No, it's a shitty game for idiot waifu bots like you. I wish this waifu bad game meme would die. It's a stupid game pandering to idiots. What's there to discuss? Are we being raided by normies? Normies! Fuck off. Fun things are fun. You're not allowed to have fun with video games. Isn't that the point? Is to have fun? Like, we're having fun here, aren't we? If you're not having fun, you have to tell me. Makase releasing EKDV 186 update? Oh, invisible guns. Right. I remember that whole thing. Okay. Oh, there's been an update. It looks like we were able to record and transcribe one of the messages sent from one of the compromised signals. Joe Wren, the anchor from our popular TV newscast, served as our very own test subject for the investigation. Who are you? Are you really alive? You're special to me. You're everything to me. It's time to become one. Well, that's creepy. This seems like a chill game, ignoring the unhinged moments. Oh yeah, it's super chill. Despite all, like, the traumatic shit it throws at you randomly at, like, times you don't expect it to. I love this game. It's, like, my favorite. If they could make another game that's, like, similar to this in some way, I would be so happy, probably. I wonder if she's among those 80. Nanomachine rejection has taken 80 lives this year. The Health Observatory just released their annual report on nanomachine rejection cases. The total number of reported cases has risen to 80, an increase from the 65 cases reported last year. Nanomachine pollution was particularly strong this year due to the recent protests, wrote the observatory. Protests caused the police force to release new varieties of nanomachines. Their function is still unclear, but according to our sources, they're intended for crowd control purposes. It's unlikely we'll find a cure in the near future, and we can only hope cases like these will become rare in the following years. Wait, what? Model warrior Julianne returns this February. Oh, right, the thing that she was named after. The classic magical girl show Model Warrior Julianne is coming back to public television this February after almost 2 decades of absence. Even though the show has been on every on-demand service for a while now, most of which city citizens need to think twice before subscribing to any non-essential service, especially the lower classes who have a limited number of internet purchases per year. Can you imagine if there was a society where people had a limited number of internet purchases per year? I think there would be riots in the street just over that. Honestly, like nobody would be okay with that. The show's return is certainly welcome. Today's parents will finally be able to share a piece of their childhood with the kids without risking dinner or breakfast. Oh shit, I don't want to load. I want to save. Guess we're going to work. It's Christmas Eve. Good evening. Ah, hey Joe. How are you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty, buying the drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kinds of walks are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the 3 of us, the dogs. You invited Titty Hacker. Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting. The more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Okay, so now we'll change the music, because why not? I'm not gonna be lazy this time around. There, we'll go with that. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait, here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, a BTC bar. Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right when you see a building filled with hobos. This should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? What the hell. I'll have a drink. What about you? A brandtini, please. Right. The Lilum freaks me out. Okay. Probably because she's not saying anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1 Karmatrine, all aged and mixed. These characters are totally not familiar as well. Like, I don't know them. I don't think I've ever ran into them before. Okay, now I did it. Here you are. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this cold season, Miss... Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Bella for the time being. And your Lilum friend is... Essentia. I get it. You're cosplaying too? Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called YIIK Bartender? That cult classic game that has been seen like That cult classic game that has seen like 3 remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it, and we got lost on the way. I heard you talking to someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook? Ahem. Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Okay. I imagine there's like a ghost behind me or some shit, and I just don't understand. That's what I'm gonna assume anyway. Optional Karmatrine means I'm gonna make it all Karmatrine. Because I know that's what gets people drunk. Here. Yep, this is the thing. Damn, I got dizzy pretty fast. I better stop here. Now that I think about it, just who are you, Essentia? Isn't she your friend? I guess. I don't know. I just kind of met her in a convention and she stuck with me ever since. She also seems off, like she's missing something or thinking too much. Interference. Slow synchronization. Well, I won't hold you any longer. We should go. Goodbye. Please, come again. Why the hell are you on the floor? Tased by the vending machines? I wonder if he said something to piss off DD or Gogo. Black sailor uniform? I hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly, though, jeans under a skirt? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey, Dorothy. Oh, hi, honey. What's with the trapped woman on the screen? Did you see that? Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Willem just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar rush. Yeah, that. Right. A drink that cheers her up? I don't fucking remember what that would be. Do you think? I don't fucking remember what that would be. What's a drink that cheers her up? Shit, I don't remember. Oh wait, I think it's Bad Touch. I think Bad Touch would cheer her up. Shit, I don't know. I kind of want to Google it, because I want to know. I want to find out. What drink does Dorothy like? A piano woman? Oh, it is a piano woman. Anything sweet or girly. Okay, so I guess it's a piano woman according to Steam people that are smarter than me and have played through this game like way more than I ever have. So we could try that and see what that does. Here you go. This is... Didn't you say you liked having a piano woman whenever you felt like celebrating or were feeling down? I did? Wait, I did! You actually remembered such a thing. Oh yeah, totally. I 100% remembered and did not at all Google it. Nope, not at all. You're so sweet! I was half expecting her to say that she meant a literal piano woman. Glad I was wrong. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling everyone about that. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? I've brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss though. I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you Lilum really understand death? Sorta, kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So, our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death, though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that... I can talk, totally. This is totally not getting to me. Not at all. I'm gonna have to drink the rest of it that's in the bottle because it's gotten vinegary since I have opened it last, which was the last time I streamed this game, which was probably like 2 weeks ago. So that would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Yeah. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Seriously though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them, and you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieved self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the laws some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it to their favor. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject a bit though, mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment is very comfy, you know? It's a tad small though, sorry about that. And your cat is so cute. What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I figured if he ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell, 4! It happened once. You'd be surprised by how many golf players you run into. And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay. Yeah. He was also named after someone. Really? Who? A Lilum kid that wanted to transcend. What? A movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. Do you want anything else? Let's see if you know me that well. Give me something I'd like. Oh god, that was brought up in the thread. Shit. Oh no. I need to bring it back up. I need the thread back. Go back into my history. Oh god. It turns out that anything sweet or girly is the way to go. So we will do just that. Because I want to be friends with her and I want it to work. Is a Moonblast girly? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's do a Moonblast. On the rocks and blended. What about this? Yep, just nice. You always order either sweet or girly drinks. It was a no-brainer. Girly and sweet drinks for a sweet girl. I still can't believe you actually remembered what I said about the piano woman. It's always good to keep note of what regulars like, you know? I've wondered for a while though, why do you keep coming back here? For you, of course. Come again? Why else would I come if not to see you? You're one of the few people willing to hear me out, always filled with curiosity. And you're cute. Talking to cute people is always nice. There's also the bar, the way it's insulated from the noise of the city. It's really comfortable. And it's just a bit away from the street I'm always at. A win-win situation. I see. It was weird to see you down, though, especially since you're always so lively. Well, I wasn't down really. I was just thinking about a lot of things. Like what? Well, my mom, guardian, asked me to go home on Monday for a bit. And as much as I love her, being with her is usually tiring. Guardian? That whole thing about someone taking care of a Lilum after they're deployed until they reach maturity, right? Yep, and I'm proud to say that I reached psychological maturity in just 1 year. We always try and keep a varied pool of volunteers to make the collective source grow faster. So what's wrong with your guardian? Well, she still treats me like a kid. The worst part is that sometimes I fear she might see me as some sort of replacement for her dead daughter. Oh, okay. We're going down that rabbit hole, I guess. Huh? Dead daughter? I was deployed to her not long after she lost her daughter. A contrived coincidence, really. Even when I was still developing self-awareness, I always feared she might be using me as a replacement. She didn't, though, or at least not consciously. At times she would just stop doing something or return a gift she's given me. If she felt like she was projecting too much of her daughter onto me. What irony that years later I'd make a living pretending to be someone else in the bedroom. How's that? Well, most of the time my job involves role-playing, a daughter, a student, some helpless kid. It means I've gotten many clients looking exactly for that, but on the other hand, from a professional standpoint, I'd rather have them hire me because of me. Because of my character, not because I'm the one that role-plays as little girls. Maybe I need to exaggerate some attribute. What's the problem with your guardian, then? If you do that on a daily basis, why worry about it? Because I don't want to make her sad. Every time I visit her, I fear she might look at me and see her daughter, that seeing me makes her sad. At this point, I don't even care if she's At this point, I don't even care if she's projecting her daughter onto me. I just don't want to make her feel sad. Did you try talking with her? How so? Telling her just what you said to me. Clear up those fears. I mean, unless she's not the kind to want anyone opening up to her, that is. I never really thought about talking to her about that. It doesn't sound like something you just bring up, though. Keep it in mind, at least. Maybe she'll appreciate the gesture. I wouldn't know, though. I haven't met her. She's a really nice woman. The problem is mostly with me, I think. Well, then I'm taking my break. Oh, I'll be leaving then. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm taking my break. You want to come? Really? If you don't mind talking on a chilly night in an alley behind the bar, that is. Yeah, I've done worse in alleys. Let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Alright. Alright, so while... Yeah, like a big ol' what? Yeah, I know, right? I know. This game is nuts. This game just drops a bunch of random shit on you when you think that it's all gonna be fun and dandy, but like, boom, no, you gotta deal with everyone's trauma. Everyone's little problem. Which I love, don't get me wrong, I fucking love it. I think it's great. Because, like, that's just how life is for people, man. Like, that's the reality. They deal with their own traumas, and they just don't bring it up to be polite to other people. But ultimately, they kind of need somebody to support them and to talk to and to understand them. Chat with Becky behind the bar? I got an achievement! Yes! I've never unlocked this interaction ever before in other playthroughs. This is new! Okay, so before we explore any of this new shit, I want to refill my glass with the last bottle or glass of wine for the day, forever, for like the next time I ever have wine, which is probably going to be like 6 months from now because that's just how often I drink. So I will be back. You do what you gotta do in the meantime, and I will see you when I come back and we go through this awesome interaction that I've never before seen. Okay? Cool. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. I totally hit the wrong thing. Whoops. But yeah, this is the last of what I have for wine, so we're gonna make it work. And then, depending on when I end stream, I may be able to raid some of my favorite people that are streaming, like, right now, and I hope that I'll be able to raid them because I absolutely love them as creators. I think they're the greatest. But we'll see how it goes, okay? We'll just have to see, because I don't know how long they're gonna be live. And, yeah. Anyway. Want one? Are you really offering a little girl a cigarette? Now you're a little girl? I always am. Innocent, however, is another matter entirely. But anyway, thanks. No. Smoking seriously messes with my air filters, and they're a hassle to replace. Excuse me. Don't mind me, though. Smoke to your heart's content. Thanks. So, why don't you tell me about this guardian of yours? I want to know what kind of woman she is. Sure. Well, her name is Sophia Graham. Graham? She's a retired PE teacher. Nowadays, she works at a gym during the morning shift. She's pretty fit, if I do say so myself. She had a daughter. Apparently, she suffered from nanomachine rejection all of her life. And when she finally healed, she was hit by a truck. Oh, fuck. What was her daughter's name? I don't know. I never asked, really. Are you okay? I'm reading fear. Or is that surprise? It's hard to tell. I'm fine, yet. Wait, read? Well, I don't see emotions like you do. I have to make do with a combination of body heat, readings, face recognition, and context. I'm still a bit confused about some, but I've gotten better with time. Anyway, you sure you're fine? Yeah. Scared or surprised. She's not wrong, though. Wait, does that mean your last name isn't really Hayes? Hayes is just my artistic name. Sounds more exotic, and that's what people usually look for in this business. I tried other names, though. Dolores Hayes, Genesis Graham. I tried Dorothy Warrior once, but a legal team came out of nowhere and stopped me cold. So what's your legal name, then? Rebecca Dorothy Willow Graham. A bit of a mouthful, if you ask me. So Dorothy's actually your second name? Should I call you something like Becky, then? People have always called me Dorothy rather than Rebecca for some reason. That's why I chose it. It's useful, too. People have tried to falsify stuff using my name and they always get caught. Because they use Dorothy Hayes as their name. Yep. Only my mom, or guardian, calls me Rebecca, so it's weird to hear it from others. What about Willow? Willow's my first surname, actually. When I got registered, my guardian was married to a guy who had Willow as a last name. Shortly after I joined their household, they separated, so I was left with his family name first. Hold on, so your real name in short would be Rebecca Willow? Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it if you ask me. Whatever you say, Becky. Stop it! It'd be like if I called you Julianne all of a sudden. Ugh. Ahem. Whoa, that was anger I read just now. Lots of anger. I think it's weird enough already if you call me Jill instead of Honey. Weird, huh? How you can end up feeling associated with a name that's not yours. I have an uncle that always called me Tina. He kept calling my cousin Tina Jill for some reason. Neither of us mind it though, because he's calling us what he thinks we're called instead of mixing us up. That and it's completely useless to try and correct him. Alright then. But you know, maybe that effect is true for your clients too. How so? Well, you're worried about your clients not hiring you because you're you, right? But think about what happens when that's announced. Wait, what? But think about what happens when it's announced that a character will be played by a different actor. Sure, it's a character, but people are also going for the actor playing the character. So you're saying they go for my roleplay instead of just mere roleplay? Sounds too far-fetched. Sounds plausible, actually. Okay, honey, I'll take my leave now. Don't want to take up all of your break. Thanks for the chat. See you at the party tomorrow. Bye. I need to remember to buy more cigars. I'm just gonna keep the music. Back! Did I miss something? Unless you count the worst PPV main event fight I've seen all year, not really, no. Alright. Going out? I'll have a word with Gogo outside. He was so hyped for that match, he must be devastated. Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Say. Good evening, Jill. How are you doing? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. Ahem. How about your injuries? My bones are healing nicely. My wound's finally closed. The scars itch a bit, though. Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today? Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I wanted to come here for a while. I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside. Buster? Stella doesn't want me being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me. Ah, I see. What can I get you? Something cold. Sure. There's a few things that could be that way. Maybe sour. Like a bad touch? Does a bad touch? Yeah, bad touch is on the rocks. Perfect! Let's do bad touch. Fuck yeah. Woohoo! And mix. Here. Yeah, this is the one. Why drink something cold when the weather outside is so cold too? It's not that cold actually, but I've always had decent tolerance for the cold, so I'm not a good reference. So Stella isn't with you today? She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered. And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow. You're throwing a party too? Sorry about that. Can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time? If there's a next time at all. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun. Drink a couple of beers in our honor. Heh, I will then. What are Stella's Christmas parties like? They're really big. There's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food, though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members. Really? She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids have even started calling her Auntie Ella. Oh, that's adorable! Ah! That's so cute. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party and she most likely celebrates it big. Interesting. Do you like parties, Jill? I don't mind them. They're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them. Ah, I see. I only go to parties that Stella is attending, because otherwise I just stand there without anything to say. That, and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know? You're not? I'm a tad too ripped. They don't look cute on me. Although with all the healing Although with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too, breezy, too. I feel like I'm wearing nothing. But I bet you'd look good in a dress, Jill. It's been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that. We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own. That's hard to imagine. Oh, but she does have one. She distresses a lot about her bust size. Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact. Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit too self-conscious about having a big chest. Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although I guess comparisons are useless here. They really help with complexes. Well, she does go to the... Well, she does go the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before and after she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics. That's also why when she goes out, she styles her hair in those, drills. They look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest. She seems affluent enough, why not go through a reduction surgery? Because she also kinda likes having that size. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show. She says something along those lines a lot. Stella has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her? Huh. I'm making it sound like she's hiding J-cups or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person, her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter or thinner than the norm. Do you get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill? Not really. I've been more self-conscious about my height. Although it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you? Yes and no? It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes. And I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that. You're fine, don't worry. Thank you. Can I get you anything else? Do you have something non-alcoholic? I do. Give me a sec. think a sugar rush can be non-alcoholic. I know it's not, like, the greatest thing to use, but sure. Here, thanks. You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you? It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least, makes my legs go numb. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. It makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? That's a good question, actually. Usually people like feeling numb because the numbness helps them forget their problems. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food, or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't sound really logical on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you do stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of. There's also a matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked. Oh yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing? Nothing fancy. It'll just be me, Boss, Gil, and a couple of regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it. Man, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole planning madness Stella is throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, you let me know, you hear? Sure. Hey, say, yeah? What do you plan on doing now? I'm gonna check out one last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the White Knights disbanded and all? To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with a plan B, why not just make it the plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. Oh. But I'm alive. I learned something after that Hella and Apollo trust. Life is not something that you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. That's nice to know. Well, I gotta go. Bye, Joe. Good luck with the party. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective. Ah, hey there, girl. Give me a strong drink, won't you? Alright. Yeah, let's go with Manly. A crevice spike. With optional Karmatrine. Alright, you want strong, bitch? I'm gonna give you a fucking strong. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. You want a strong drink, motherfucker? Here's a strong-ass drink. And it'll be blended just for you. Here you go. Yes, this'll do. So what brought you here? Nothing special. I was just working on a case and I happened to be in the area. What kind of work? Tracking someone. A gun for hire. What about the girl? Crimson something. I am tracking that girl. Didn't you just get out of that job? I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money and, well, I just couldn't refuse again. Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder, though, there has to be more to that whole thing than just acting as middleman to look for some murderer. Say, how safe is this place? We're protected by the BTC property laws, the walls are soundproof, and I really couldn't give less of a shit about selling info to anyone. Okay then, wait, soundproof walls? Why? Did you see those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative, the bastards. It'd be annoying without those walls. Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender? Nope. He's some big name from Kanye Vania? Kanye Vania! Someone snuck in Kanye into this fucking game. Like, what? His blood apparently has some weird reaction to Glitch City's nanomachines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nanomachines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through the other person's body until there's nothing left! Oh my god! That sounds awful. Like, that actually sounds terrible. They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes that reaction and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Uh-huh. Well, turns out the Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn her living here, and he hasn't seen her ever since. He could be lying, you know. Doubt it. I did my research. She really is his daughter. Why didn't you figure that out earlier? I had no clue who was making the contract, and tracking all the messages to the source would have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier. I see. Can I get you anything else? What about a cobalt velvet? Okay. On the rocks. Mix. Here you are. Oh, you actually did it. Were you expecting me to mess up so you didn't have to pay? No. So what made you accept the contract anyway, keeping in mind all the risks you told me last time? He told me he wanted to see her again one last time, or at the very least, deliver her a message. He could have been lying. Yes, people lie. You made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what it's like not being able to find your daughter. What it's like to be apart from her, not knowing what she's doing or even if she's alright. You do? I have a daughter. She's about your age. When she was a teen, we had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. I couldn't find any trace of her. Nobody had seen her. Soon I was worried if something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking skills and list of contacts began to grow. I finally found her, taking cover in some dumpster, unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I just couldn't say no to his request of finding his daughter. But I don't expect you to understand. So how's the search going? I'm very close to finding her. That girl's pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to the her from before, the bank incident though, she seems slower somehow. Either she's let her guard down or something else is happening. What will you do when you find her? I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says and I don't want to find out. What if she tries to kill you? I might not look like it, but I can take care of myself, bartender. You don't stay in so long in this business without picking up a couple of tricks. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, I better go back to work before her trail goes cold. Please come again. Are you done? Yeah. Okay then, I want you here tomorrow at 8 p.m. No working beforehand. The bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best. We're having a party after all. Alright. Where's Gil, by the way? He stored all of our things in his home because of how close it was to the stores. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow. I see. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, boss. Hold on, wait a bit, and I'll go with you. Oh, sure, thanks. Merry Mega Christmas! Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redmonds. Whatever the hell that means. Because I got no damn idea. Mega Christmas is here! I'm way too used to Christmas, but the mega tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how GC managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here they outright changed the holiday. Well, it's not that different, considering they have the same dates, but still pretty cool. Whoop, I gotta go, time to sign some books. Oh, another update. The messages have suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. Still, we can't stop wondering what's the deal. Was it a prankster or someone who just discovered how to subvert public communication channels in Lilim? Either way, some reports indicate that Lilim behavior has been rather unusual as of late, although we can only imagine the confusion they were going through. Not the first time. Let's not forget that something similar happened 5 years ago when Lilim advancement was at its historic high. Fortunately, nothing came out of it. Will it happen again? Time will tell. Is it sexist to have an army of robot women? I'm pretty sure Connie Vanya went through demilitarization before. What the fuck? What is happening? The ones without artificial intelligence, mind you. The King of the West, Khan Jie, from the western nation of Kanivania has approximately 6,000 robot soldiers, all of whom look like the hottest girls around. But is this show of quirkiness from the wacky dictator problematic? Those dictators from Venezuela or whatever just do what they want. They don't give a shit. Morena Zimmer, 35, told the Augmented Eye during a street interview. They're all pretty hot, though. If I was him, I'd have done the same. Why bother with the real thing when you can just make them from scratch to match your every needs? More as we investigate. Dude, women are not objects. Like, fuck right off with that. Wanna watch it? Enemies for nerds? Fuck off. I know I'm a nerd. I don't need you to tell me that, Jill. Yuri is the best show this season. If you weren't a fan of Yuri or slice of life shows already, then be prepared to join the Moe Church this season with the premiere of Yuri, one of the funniest shows I've seen in recent years. The palace of the popular Danger U forum seems divided, however. This is such an obvious pandering. Remember when anime was about women doing womanly things and beating the shit out of each other? What is this trash? You girls are just haters who hate their lives. I'm going to marry Shina Tsu. Wake me up inside. You can watch YY every Friday on RSTV. The hell? Okay then. Can I go to the shop? What can I buy? Would it even be worth buying shit? I'll buy those cute clay houses. Oh, yeah. We're gonna buy that, too. Why not? Oh, that's cool. You can, like, meet the staff because of that scribbled piece of paper in the game. It's neat. Vintage gaming! Hell yeah! Yeah, we'll just go with what we have here. Look at this cool shit! Look at my place! Look how awesome it is! I love it. I think it's cute. Oh wait, I want to go to customize. That's what it is. So the walls, I kind of want to do something interesting. Let's do this one. Dude, that looks so fucking cool. I love it. Do we want leopard print? Yeah, we want leopard print. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. We made our house dope as shit before whatever the hell else happens. So, yeah, let's go to this party. Good evening. Jill, I told you to come in the nicest clothes you have. You came in your uniform. These are the nicest clothes I have with me. Besides, you and Gil are in your uniforms too. While I can't really show up in casual clothing, I'm being monitored. What about the kilt you wore that one time? I'm still surprised that one didn't break the dress code somehow. And you, Gil? I don't have that many clothes to begin with. Gil! You poor soul! You people depress me? Yeah! Yeah, they do! Well, everything's in place back there. Ah, Elma's here. You know, there was a time when people greeted others before saying stuff like that. Come on, Jill, greet her properly. Welcome to Valhalla. Wait. Man, if that's not a sign that you need to ease up on the work, I don't know what is. Shut up, it's become a reflex. Wait, Alma also came in her usual attire. Why aren't you saying anything to her? Ribbed sweaters get a free pass. Why? Silly question, never mind. Jamie came earlier too. The dogs went with them to get some ice. Don't we have ice? Trying to take it out at the bartending station is a chore, so it's better to buy some outside. Huh. What were you doing back there, Alma? Setting up the food warmer. The what? I bought it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It looks just It looks like just a set of wires, but you can create a frame with them. Put the food inside it, press a button, and watch as it warms the food up just like a microwave. It's an infomercial bauble, though. Really useful, but tricky to handle at the same time. One wrong move and we'll be out of food for the night. Everything will be scorched in a second. Oh. So you've bought infomercial stuff too? Haven't you? It's at the very least a good idea for gifts. Well, dynamic entry! Finally, at least somebody came after me. Is it weird that I've already heard that 3 times in the last hour? Oh, don't be like that. She's not saying it out of malice or anything. She just found it funny. You're taking her side now? Jealous? You wish. You don't need to fight for me. We're not. You sure? I'll go check the microwave wires thingy. I'm starting to get hungry. Great idea. Back. Oh. Hello, Jill. Soldier, you're late. Hey, Jay. See, that's how you greet people. You shut it. Excuse me. I'll go help Al. I'll go help Sweater Pups. Something wrong? She's not good with dogs. Oh. Alright, we're all here, so we can start. Yo, Anchorage. Elma. I know what I said. How's the food doing? It's doing well, but it'll take a bit. Can't you speed it up? I've used those microwave wire things before. It's either warm nicely but slowly, or burn that bitch. So how long? 15 minutes or so. A bell will ring when the time comes. We need to kill some time then. Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. What? I'll pass. Games are for kids. I'm in. Sure, I'll play. Sounds fun. As long as that mutt stays away from me. That'll make the time pass faster. I'll pay. You'll pay. Okay. Alright. I'm playing. I don't think I've ever seen this before in my life. Alright then, rules are simple. If you get picked, you pick either Truth or Dare. After you finish, you get to pick somebody else. We go like that until food's done. What about punishment games? Those are a hassle. Just issue new questions or challenges until the other person complies. That said, Jill! Yes? You start. Pick someone. Oh, let's see. Ooh, fuck! I get to be in control! I get to be in control of that shit! Oh my god. Okay. I just broke people's hearing. I am so sorry. Gil. Okay then, Gil, what do you pick? Truth. What's your last name? Dare! I picked Dare! Try to make a sugar rush with your eyes closed. Alright. Here. This is a beer. Well, it works, I think. My turn, right? Well, me! Pick me! You, the dog. Come on! Dare! I dare you. No, I'm the one that dares you. Bring it on! Sit. Sir, yes, sir! You're not sitting. Sir, yes, sir! Whatever, you did it. Alright, you the blonde, pet me. Whatever. Your hands are cold. Colder than your usual hands, I guess. Alright then, Jill. I'll go with Dare. Give me a shoulder massage. Really? Really? Okay. You are good at this. My grandpa taught me how years ago. How old were you when your grandpa died? 14 or so, if memory serves right. Then he was... Sorry, need to use the bathroom. Jill, what did that massage do exactly? It was a regular massage. I might have accidentally unclasped your bra, though. It felt like something snapped. Well, just imagine the pressure the poor thing must be a subject to. I just got that! Oh my god! That's amazing! Oh my god. You have a pretty triumphant look on your face, though. Wouldn't you? I wonder. If everyone's done talking about my bra, let's move on! I wonder how long until the food is done. Oh shit, I gotta pick someone else. We'll pick Boss. Alright, Boss, pick. Truth me. How did you get your arm? On second thought, dare me. Lift Gil by the neck of his shirt. Okay. Eh? What? Happy? I guess. Who cares? I didn't hear about your arm. I do, I care. Alright, Gil, now that I have you in this position, answer me. I didn't pick. You're in no position to pick. Now answer. Did you live in Scotland for 2 years? Scotland? No. I guess that rules out a couple of possibilities. Chief? What? Oh, right. I'm still lifting you. Sorry. And now she apologizes. I guess it's my turn. Hey, Alma, truth or dare? Dare. Oh, I have a suggestion. You stay quiet. Fine. How strong are those arms of yours? It's still my muscles under them, so not very. Although not having fleshy skin makes things easier. Wait, that's truth, not dare. I just wanted to make sure. I dare you to break this nut with your hands. Okay. Well, that was easy. Holy shit, Gil, are you really into that? Eh? Asking a woman to break a nut in her hands and then watching her eat it, does that turn you on? Eh? Wait, is this an actual thing that turns guys on? I need to know for professional reasons. Ugh. You're a pervert, Gilbert. Gil, wait, that was close this time. My turn then? Alright. Hey, Jill, pick. Truth. Okay, then what's your most embarrassing childhood dream? Elaborate? For example, when I was a girl, I wanted to be a professional puzzle master. I guess in a way I could accomplish that, but you understand. I wanted to be a ventriloquist. Huh? When I was a child, I liked this show called Lucia's Funhouse. The one with the woman in the house with the talking stuff? That one. My parents divorced when I was around 6, I think. Mom was on tour with an orchestra and my dad was working constantly. I spent a lot of time with my grandpa, but he slept a lot, so I was on my own most of the time. I liked to pretend things like chairs or beds could talk, and since AI wasn't so advanced back then. Anyway, I went to a magic show once and there was this guy making a puppet talk. My dad told me he was a ventriloquist, so I kinda obsessed about wanting to be one. Even today, I'd be lying if I said that I don't think about it every now and then. So that's why you pretend Four can talk. She what? Nothing. I'm getting hungry. The dog. Okay then, dog. Yes. I dare you to go out and stay there. That's easy. And that's one problem less. Well, then I'll take the next turn. You, Armitage. Yes? You're a hacker, right? I dare you to hack a cute pic of Jill out of her phone. I have old pics, cat pics, selfies, pick one. Wait, what? Jill's phone is a Calicomp. They get updates more than any other system in the world. I've made it a weekly ritual to update my Calicomp hack program, and she's my guinea pig. I hack into it once a week, and since she takes daily pics, I just take one for that week. What? Fucking what? We're learning so much right now. If I'm missing a week, I just look for the missing pic and investigate. Ooh, interesting. You guys do know I'm still here, right? A bell? Food's ready. Finally. Let's go. You guys go ahead. I'll have a quick smoke outside. Careful. Truth or dare, huh? It was fun, I guess. Hey, hello. A bit late for the hello, don't you think? Want one? You know I don't smoke. True. Are you leaving already? Yeah, technically we celebrated Mega Christmas yesterday, but I just got a message that Diana is making a ruckus, so I gotta leave. Good luck with that. Speaking of ruckus, how have you been doing? Fine, I guess. All of this has helped keep my mind off things for a while. Is it weird to feel the absence of someone you had no contact with whatsoever for the last 3 years? Ask Katyusha or any of the old literature maidens whose spouse went to war types. I mean, even if you had no contact with her, maybe she was constantly on your mind. If you tweak the circumstances, it's not that different from one of you going to a war. I guess. Well, although the circumstances make me not want to, I've gotta go. Careful out there. Oh yeah, you should take the chance and spend this time with everyone inside, don't you think? Yeah, she's right. Hey, Jill's back! Why does it look like a planet has been absolutely fucking incinerated? I don't think I've even seen this before. Yeah, I've definitely never seen this before. Chapter 3, Dose. I don't think I've ever seen this before. This is wild. I think we're entering new territory. Like, this does not look familiar to me. And this one means sweet. Ain't that sweet? What the fuck? What does that even mean? What does that achievement even mean? I need $10,000 on the 30th or I'm gonna be evicted? Excuse me, I have $453. How am I supposed to make $10,000 in 4 days? The fuck? Model Warrior returns to TV. Anyone watching it? I don't even have a TV. So useless. Julianne is old and busted. I heard you talking shit about my waifu like I wouldn't find out. Is it going to be censored? I don't think so. The show is rather tame as fuck? I assume is what that means? I'm going to marry Julianne. Oh man, I remember watching this show back when I was like 10. I think I discovered porn thanks to it. Wow. Okay. That took a turn. You will never discover Rule 34 for the first time again. Why keep trying? Never seen this show before. Is it any good or is it just a meme? It's a meme show. There's nothing outstanding. What about the sequels? Are those going to be broadcasted as well? The sequels are shit. Okay then. Yeah, I've definitely read that. Okay. Glitch City Olympics return next year. For the 10th consecutive year, the GC Olympics returns to the emblematic Super Silver Thunderdome. This time with a representative from the elusive country of Kanye-Vania. Are we ever gonna not hear about Kanye-Vania? This is so wild. Prime Minister Quincy, who is in charge of the committee, told the Augmented Eye that it wasn't easy getting in touch with Kanye, and that we had to abide by some of his religious rules in order to see some of their best competitors come to the country. What the fuck does that even mean? Kanye-Vania's main religion, Kanyeism. Kanyeism? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is Kanye mentioned in this game? I fucking love it though. Prohibits the existence of nanomachines inside the body, and as such, competitors from said country had to perform specific treatments in order to repel the swarm. It's a temporary solution, but it will do the trick. I'm guessing tacky bodysuits weren't practical for sports? Oh my god. You won't believe what happens in this cartoon. Cartoons are not for children. They're still largely colorful, but the themes they touch have become rather dark. In fact, every cartoon on air today has dark themes. It's come to the point where innocent animated characters are no longer a thing. I suppose children are young adults from birth now? But enter Touch Fluffy Tale, a new show that aims to challenge the current trend. No deep lore, no obscure adult references, no stupid deep plots, just fun with numbers and fluffy tales, said a TFT producer who asked to remain anonymous to avoid internet backlash. I don't want death threats for making a cartoon for actual kids. That's fair. Street race at the Motor City District leaves 2 dead. The Motor City District is notorious for the number of illegal street races it sees each week, and the dozens of injured drivers it leaves every year. This time it has been reported that 2 people died during a race hosted at the Gate Highway, otherwise known as the Death Lane. The Transit Police is currently investigating the deaths as well as the underground world of illegal street racing. You should feel attacked from this, because I feel attacked from this game at times, okay? Everyone needs to feel attacked from this game at some point, alright? If you don't, something is fucking wrong with you. We have several suspects in regards to who is running this underworld, but nothing concrete as of yet. Chief of the Transit Police Department, J. Esposito? J. Esposito? Esposito? That's just making me think of the song Desposito, okay? Like, if you're not thinking about that song when you hear the word Esposito, I don't know what to tell you. Told the Augmented Eye. The death of these 2 youngsters will be the last, however, that's a promise. I've heard there's a defamation campaign against the district, though. Okay. I don't even know what that fucking means, not gonna lie. Okay, so before we advance at any point, I need to pee. So if you also need a bathroom break, this is your chance. This is the last possible chance I'm probably giving you, I assume. Unless I give you another chance, which I might be generous, but who knows. Okay? Okay, hold on. Oh, you mean, Danger U, which is essentially the equivalent of Reddit? Because, like, I understand what you mean. I understand. Also, this is, like, probably TMI to some people, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I don't care. You know how I said that these black leggings that I'm wearing are, like, leaking dye everywhere so badly that they're, like, tainting my nails black? Well, I just found out that it's also rubbing the dye off onto my underwear, which is pink, in case you were wondering. And now it's turning into like this pinkish black obstruction because of these goddamn leggings. And I don't know why this is even a thing, but it needs to stop. I don't need my entire life to be covered in black ink, okay? Like, it's not cool, all right? This is unnecessary. So yeah. In case you were wondering, that's what's happening in my life. Now it's Boxing Day. Good evening. Why is cupped ramen like $60? That's fucking awful. We do not need that kind of inflation. Hey Jill, Gil is in the back sorting an ingredient shipment and I've got things to do. The dog's in charge, okay? Bye! What? Wait, the dog what? Okay, first order. Pet me. No. Pet me. No. I'm in charge and I want you to pet me. Well, clearly that's not happening. Also, I guess I'm just gonna keep the music. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey Jay! Won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. Won't. Will! You called? He said Will, not Gil. Who the hell is Will? Nobody. Don't be rude with poor Will. There's no Will. Do you need me to psych you up then? Shut up! Who, me or Will? You go back to whatever you were doing. Alright. I bet Gillian's real name is actually Will, and that's why he answered that the way he did. Just saying. And you, stand by. Only if you pet me. Go! The fuck just happened? Well, aren't we spirited today? Welcome to Valhalla, Virgilio. Why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act could be tiring, you know. So it's all an act then. Wasn't it obvious? I guess. Would you mind getting me a bleeding Jane? Sure. Why the fuck? Okay. This is so weird. Why are you here? Why are you saying that your entire life is an act that I've hated so much? Like, I've got questions. Oh shit, I need the mask. God damn it. Give me a second. Also, hi Og. You have missed out on some crazy fucking trauma that these characters have, okay? Like, you have sincerely missed some shit. I don't know if Kingpin is gonna, like, try and update you, but, like, he should. At least if your pronouns are he, him. I don't know. I don't think I ever asked. Also, how many points do you fucking have, my guy? I swear, every single time. There's always, like, at least 1,000 points remaining for you to, like, redeem this mask shit, and it's like, you need a recap? Enough points? Okay, what's the recap? I got some scenes that I haven't previously had in this game before with some characters. Jill was confiding to Alma about her ex-girlfriend passing away and her finding out about it through her sister that decided to travel all the way to where she works in order to tell her about it and blame her for her death. Hot. Oh my god. Then there was like this mega Christmas party where we all played Truth or Dare before to wait for the food to heat up so that we could eat it. Just now, I think we learned that Gillian's real name is actually Will. And a lot of people were avoiding some of the truth in Truth or Dare when we were doing Truth or Dare before the food was ready during the mega Christmas party. Hotter. And I think that's it. I think if there's anything else, then I don't know. You'll have to watch the VOD, I guess. A bleeding Jane. Yes, this is just the thing. So tired of putting on an act. Care to explain? It's a long story, and I'd honestly rather not talk about it right now. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, right? Fair enough. What made you change your mind, though? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me to now. Wait, what? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The Pompous Buffoon Act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Safer? There's a word that's been losing meaning lately. Wait, that was your way of avoiding suspicion? Yes. You do know how weird that sounds, right? It sounds weird? You try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams you're there. And everyone dismisses the fool as a buffoon and moves on. Eh? I mean, you might be right if I were talking about hiding myself, but I'm avoiding certain crowds of people. Yes, my behavior might call everyone's attention, but then everyone just decides I'm harmless and disregards me. And depending on how erratic my actions are, I become harder to read. Giving me yet another layer of enigma. Well, congrats. No offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your actions as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Thanks. Say, can you give me something spicy? Sure. Let's do a Mars Blast. Probably been a while. And blend it, eh? Here. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? No. My boyfriend maybe, but not me. What's spicy for humans might not be spicy for other animals. Hell, what's toxic for us might not be toxic for other creatures. Do you like spicy things, bartender? I don't mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. That neutral stance is actually weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with passion. Do you like it? Lots, not only in regards to painfully spicy things, but also the way mild or slight spice adds to a meal. See, I can handle mild spiciness, but that's about as far as it goes for me. I can't go any further than mild because I'm probably gonna die, and then I'm gonna have a ring of fire in my butthole, and nobody wants that. Actually, some people probably do. Oh god, I just opened up a layer that I am gonna just close right back down because no, I don't want to think about it. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. As things are, I might actually pursue that dream. Let me know if you do. I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, bartender. Call me Jill. I wanted to apologize. You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior and thank you at that. Don't worry, I actually feel like I was too rude to you last time you came. Granted, you came at a really bad time, but I should be the one apologizing. You're a client, after all. Well, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed out at me yet. You're making me curious as to who you really are, though. Is Virgilio even your real name? It might be. It might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a magnet for people who hide their identities and sordid pasts. Gil, Jamie, you? Did you say something? Just rambling, pay me no mind. Now that I think about it, how did you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came to this alley. Huh, again. Again? In my time here, I've heard avoided people and ended up here enough times to make me believe that the original owner built the bar here thinking about the runaway public. You make me sound like a criminal. You're not helping. The expression runaway doesn't just mean people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers or solicitors. I've seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. Maybe because the salesman is a more active predator, I don't know. A troublesome part of the city right near the shopping district. Let them know there's a bar and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling to myself so much. I don't mind it. Do you think I'm sort of criminal, though? Like I said, you're not helping. But for all I know, you might be the buffoon I've seen the other days. In any case, can I get something bitter here? On it. Bitter, huh? Let's do a grizzly temple. Here. This works. Do you like coffee, Miss Bartender? As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no, I don't. Well, I get it. It's not for everyone. That cat boomer the other day. What about her? Still scared of her? Not really, but she looks so familiar. Maybe you're mixing her up with another cat boomer? No, that's not it. It's like the bandaged girl last time. Even with the bandages, there's just something really familiar about her. Maybe you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out. You might be right. Well, I leave you for now, bartender. Thanks for everything. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hello, Mr. Detective. And here we are, another mute person wandering into the bar. Anything I can get you? Gut punch. Okay. Why do you want a gut punch? Aged. Optional karma trine, which means I'm gonna make you drunk as fuck because I can, and why not? Well, finished my drink. All I've got left is shitty beer and water, basically. Here. Oh, you got it right. So what's up now? A bit of holiday blues, you could say. So you celebrate Mega Christmas? Why wouldn't I? You looked more like a Festivus kind of guy. Why does everyone keep saying that? Well, Festivus is a celebration going against the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And you know, cheapskate. If you have something to say, say it. I'll refrain. Although now that I think about it, Holiday Blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. Just the season. A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what the real Christmas once was. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to the corporations over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came that Turbo Male guy. He started a yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the ring. Turbo Male? That can't be his ring name. It is. Really? Such a tacky name was accepted? His partner was Buster Master, and his rival was Dr. Chris Max. Tacky names were not a problem. Excuse me. I mean, I knew there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew that the guy became insanely popular and the stunt got out of control. And of course, that's the part everyone sings about. Santa became Nega Santa thanks to their Redmond family. Mega Santa sees the error of his ways and becomes the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday Mega Christmas. And then every company jumped on the bandwagon and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed. So you're telling me that the guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name Turbo Male? Yep. That makes the whole holiday sound like a joke. The holiday is a joke. And you're telling me you don't celebrate Festivus? No, I don't. Do you know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that's so lame and bland that they can only talk about how they're better because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who only eat nuke and think they're better than everyone else. I see. Anything else I can get you? Get me a fringe weaver, will you? Sure. Fringe weaver. Damn, he wants to get drunk, huh? Sure, I'll oblige. Here. Right, thanks. So any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the street? Shouldn't I be asking that? There's nothing new, really. The lynchings of White Knights stopped, so there's that. Really? Something about the armor. I haven't gotten much on that one yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seems to have settled down a bit. That's good to hear. Have any other details about the attack emerged yet? All records of whatever happened there seem to have been long deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Whatever happened there, it's become even more of a mystery now. I wonder if Say plans on testifying. Does anyone know if Say went there in the first place? Maybe the wiping of everything actually protects her somehow. Hey bartender, you okay? Sorry, got distracted. There's not much to say, really. There's the odd silly rumor here and there, like the vending machine's tasers malfunctioning and applying more strength, or that the writer of The Last Reign in the World is actually living here as a brain in a jar. But those are the kinds of rumors you hear from crackheads. Crackheads might hold that one last piece of info you need, but you also hear crap like that. I see. Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year, bartender. Please come again. Okay then, no wait, she's out. Gil, you there? Yeah, taking your break? Let me know if someone comes in. I don't think I've ever gotten past the Mega Christmas aspect of this game, based on, like, decisions that I've made before. But I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't fucking remember. Things are pretty quiet outside. I'm just gonna stick with what we got. Jill! Ah, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. It sounds weird to be called Miss. You seem to be in a good mood. I got some money on Mega Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Okay. You'd think I have this memorized by now, but I do not. Here. Thanks. So how have you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out, my appetite is coming back. I hadn't realized just how much the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. I suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I actually felt like I achieved a victory. Like I got a hold of my own life. So nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartender training in January too. Huh, really? Yeah, I did some research and it sounded cool. BTC gives you what? BTC gives you many benefits, so it sounds like a good thing to do for the time being. I don't know if it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. It'll give me time to think on the next course of action. A bit of advice, don't go for BTC housing plans unless you absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service with a cut in pay and tips. I was gonna go for that one, but I backed down a bit at the last minute. How did you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment, and instead of signing the BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. I still have no idea how I got away with that one. I thought those apartments were built by them or something. Back in England they are. They have their own real estate companies. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in this city, Realty Nua holds an unspoken real estate monopoly, so BTC can't easily offer such promises. Oh! Realty Nua is a bit weird as far as companies go. Their name has become synonymous with quality, a brand built around certain expectations. But the truth is that Realty Nua has done little to no work in the last 10 years or so. Really? I mean, when they started, they managed to sell and build upon plots of land that everyone gave up on. They became a big name as far as real estate goes. But in reality, the company itself has actually done less than you'd think over the years. Most of the time, they're cashing in on their established properties or letting others work with them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects, and they're all expansions of their already established ones. You seem to know a lot about it. Nah, I've just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. I think it's all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true that when you hear a name so much, you expect something, I don't know, different. But enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Can I get you anything else? Let's try a sugar rush. Sure. The goal is to get people drunk. The goal is to get people drunk. Here you go. Yay! Actually, Jill, I came here today to thank you. Me? Yeah, back when I first showed up here, I was in a really rough spot. I was shocked. I was tired. I was a total mess. I even said some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention, you helped me cool down and your boss saved me. And, I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all that before the year ended. Much appreciated. Thanks. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. I'm better now. Thanks a lot. Glad to hear. It was weird to see you like that. It always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act. It did? You don't? I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as a cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do mean the same, but... Nah, I don't try to put up that act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. Huh. Disappointed? Surprised, actually. Would like me to believe that you are putting on an act. And more importantly, how can I make use of it when I get assigned to a bar? I must investigate further. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Alright. Frothy water. Let's do that, because that sounds hilarious. All aged and mixed. Here. Thanks. Hey Jill, I'm gonna need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, nice to see you're fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in life thanks to your timely intervention. I don't know what overcame me. I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop the shouting, so I just felt like, thank you. Don't even mention it. I just did what I felt was right. Jill, ice please. Right. Are you alright? Did you seek help? I know a couple of people that could help you. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times, but he says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened and I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. Seeing that you're fine is more than enough for me. I should have come to thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Don't worry, just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as best as you can. I will. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill, and thank you again. Please come again. So, a couple of weeks ago I read some news about a woman saving a suicidal girl, catching her mid-air. Would you know something about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever it was probably just did it because it was the right thing to do. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey Joe, long time no see. Did you miss me? Okay. Wasn't she someone that we talked to at the beginning of the game? Really long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's been over a year since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Wait, is she missing an arm? Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know. Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How did she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray, or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that. Is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world is amazing because of the things you just can't explain. And just because only you experience something doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. No, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me! Shit. That's good. I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had put up for those drinks. Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Ah, boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank the the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats after all. It's uncannily right, not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me could see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. You okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay here. Who stays where? Crap, did I just... You have to be the first person I've met who mixes their inner and outer voice. I thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter. Sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. That's not what whatever. Weird. That whole experience was bizarre. Is she like a ghost? Is she a ghost? Jill just watched Night of the Id Snatchers. Buying a poster of it will prevent her from getting too distracted. I'm supposed to have like 10K in 3 days. Am I gonna have to buy the fucking movie? Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy the fucking movie poster. God damn it. Yeah. Alright. Cool. We're dealing with some shit. Go figure. Yuri new season? It's finally here! I can't believe I'm alive for this day. Thank you, based god! All boards report in! What other boards, you idiot? Nice, more stupid moe blobs. YY gets new season, but the actual best YY is still up in the air. My internet service gets cut off tomorrow because I can't afford it anymore. Wake me up! Get a job, you stupid neat. Oh god, here we go. Prepare hot cocoa, sit in comfy couch, put on my favorite mega Christmas sweater, see snow falling outside, turn on the heater, get my blanket, watch glorious YY and fall asleep when it ends. I am the comfy. I wish I was as comfy. Have work tomorrow. Enjoy the Urus for me, Danger You. Biker gang arrested after vandalism during protests. Isn't she a game developer? She's many things. The members of one of the largest biker gangs in the Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Friday. Their leader, commonly known in the streets as Christine Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested and that her gang was only there to defend protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets, so they used protesters as a shield and we had no option but to surrender, Love told AE during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. The formal charges are unknown so far. Ah yes, important topics and all. Parliament discusses anime influence. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth, trash, a representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it. I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market, Yama Kei, a producer, told the Augmented Eye during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre. You can trust me. Okay. Taylor! Taylor the Brain tired of name change requests. A couple of weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Sola Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview was that unfortunately stripped from the finished version was a stray comment about how many people ask Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the AE team. I like the name Taylor, and there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be a part of the joke. My life is worth more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances at becoming a senator in the upcoming electoral season. Well done. That was interesting. Well, there's about 20 more minutes of stream, so I guess we'll go to work and then go from there. Good evening. Hey Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why, did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean, never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great! And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back? See? So you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... I told you. We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby, I think you called her, asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Let's see. Oh hey, what's up, dude? I don't have a lot of time left on stream, about 20 minutes, but I hope you'll join. How's it going? First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what we were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Gabby. Somebody must have dropped 1k points? Yeah, my usual person, actually, which was Og. Og usually drops 1,000 points almost every single stream when he decides to join, and then I get to wear my little mask. Which, hopefully I'll get some more masks soon. Cause like, wait, what? You have 50k points? Dude, I have to figure something out. Cause like, I need more masks. I need more things to redeem my channel points for. I just don't have a lot of ideas other than masks. So if you come up with something, let me know. Cause I don't really have a lot of ideas outside of being essentially the happy mask salesman from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But, yeah. 2 masks. Yeah, I need more than just the one. I need at least 2. Well, I'd like more, but we'll start with, like, slow progress, you know? We'll make it work. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when would you... what? Oh yeah, she asked me when would you be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. But boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? But because I really don't want to face Gabby again? Now it's coming back to me, what drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years. Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Jill, you idiot! Eh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Titty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you'll have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. Which one do you pick? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss. Thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Right. I should probably stop being lazy and actually change the music this time around, since I can actually do that. Okay, so... we will do the glowing neon lights because I like it. Drive Me Wild because I also like it. Let's do Troubling News. What's this Star Pierced is the Dark? What does that sound like again? Oh, it's slow, and I don't want slow right yet. Your love is a drug. No, that's not the vibe I want yet. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do Follow the Trail. I do like Out of Orbit. That one's pretty good. Yeah, then we'll do the assignment. Yeah, let's do all of that. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me. Second one? 2 weeks ago I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. Happy holidays! Someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Ahem, sorry for that outburst. Why? You look so happy, I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. Cobalt velvet. On the rocks and mixed. Here. Thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too, sadly I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How has she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. Ahem. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close, then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up, and the teachers at her school didn't help. Say is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalences to things she knows. She needs to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look cross her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Get me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Flavor, sweet. Is a Sparkle Star? No, a Sparkle Star is not cold. We need cold. That is also not cold. That is also not cold. Okay, what is fucking cold? A blue fairy? No. A moonblast is, though. Okay. And blended. Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Say asks for, you know? Now that you mention it. So, I take it Say's family situation isn't exactly fine and dandy, huh? It's a mess. They've tried to fix over time, and I'm glad to say they've actually done it. Say's mom had a really abusive relationship with Say's biological father. Sadly, like many women in that situation, she just tried to justify his actions. But apparently things got nasty when Say's mom, Miss Emmy, got pregnant. At that point, she had an epiphany, one could say. She didn't want that guy to raise her child, so she finally sought help. Things weren't so easy, though. Before the authorities could take him away, Miss Emmy got a serious beating from him. She still uses a cane to walk thanks to that. She moved here, Say was born, she started her veterinary clinic. So did he come back? He was drunk and couldn't find any drugs, so he made it to the city. He caused a ruckus for a couple of days until Say managed to scare him off. How? She beat him to near death 3 times. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but... Oh, don't worry, I laughed too. The dramatic irony there is delicious. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe, and a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel there are people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice here, though. Wait, what? Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that too. But I just want one. I'm asking for one for me, adding one to your order. Oh, that. Right. Beer! Let's do some fucking artificial beer! Because real beer doesn't exist in this world. Here. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, where's Say? Where's Say? Why did they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. The little guy managed to get his head and a paws inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fella was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah, we'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Say. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses, ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay. Let's do Bad Touch because I think it's funny. Something classy. Yep, this is a thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow she got it into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. That made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation? Well, the story says that... what? Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period where you were angry or something. Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried. But I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know. I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much. Told her as much. Hey, can you get me something bubbly? Sure. Maybe a Cobalt Velvet? She tends to like non-alcoholic drinks anyway, which this is definitely this isn't non-alcoholic. I thought it was, and then I saw the Karmatron, and I'm like, whoops. But it's fine, right? It's fine. Here. Bubbly, bubbly. Hey, Jill, this might seem a bit random, but do you remember the first time I came here? Yeah, you're the second White Knight I've served. I remember. Why? Precisely because of that. I've been meaning to ask you about that story. How was your other experience with the White Knight? If I had to put it simply, the total opposite of you. Oh? She came here as part of her work, looking for information on some case. I went through the motions, offering her a drink and all that, but she came only for her job. At first I thought she was just another private eye, but she showed me her badge and all. What kind of case was it? I wouldn't know. She never told me, but she asked if I saw some people. She got pretty intense when I told her I had no idea who she was talking about. I suggested she ask the vending machines outside, and they told her the suspect climbed on them. She got her info and she left. Pretty professional, if a bit intimidating. She seemed personally invested in the case, though. The way she lost her cool was suspicious. You seem to be pretty good at reading people, Joe. It makes me kinda jealous. Nah, I'm not good at that. It's just a coincidence that I noticed it. But you noticed it. I'm not good at reading people. Even if the cue was thrown in my face, I wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sure you can compensate with another skill. Any particular reason you asked about that event? Not really. I just found the fact that I was the only other white knight you've served weird. I mean, really? Just 2? Weird, I know. I've spent most of my life with almost no interactions with white knights until I met you. Means you've had a nice life then. That sounded creepier than I thought. A bit, yeah. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil. Sure. Well, that was a good little play session, I think. Let me just double check to see who's actually live right now, because I'm pretty sure that the person that, like, there's 2 people at minimum that I want to raid if they're available. Oh, and they both are! Okay, I'm gonna go with the person that's got the least amount of people that's on right now, because I love her. She has been my absolute favorite content creator for a very long time. And she mostly does streams now and, like, posts YouTube content here and there. So we're gonna raid her because I love her. If I can get this to cooperate with me. Oh god. Oh dear lord. What? Okay. This thing. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, we're trying to raid this person because I love Luca. Luca is awesome. So you should say hi and you should tell her how awesome she is, because she is awesome. And also she's got, like, big boobies as her VR thing. So I think everybody will enjoy big boobies. Okay. Anyway. Have a good day or night, depending on where it is where you are. I will join you in her stream shortly. And yeah. Okay. I'm sending you there now. Bye!